Hello friends, welcome back. This video is about water charges that are billed by the township authorities to our society. This video is based on a spreadsheet that was circulated to all the societies within the township area by MDPL back in 2018. MDPL later merged with its parent company, the PSCL. This spreadsheet can be downloaded from the link which is provided in the description section below the video. This video will help us to come to a common ground for discussion on this matter. Very broadly, the breakup of water charges are as follows. Management charges at the rate of 10% of all costs except electricity account for 4%. Lifting water from Mua River is 25%. Lifting water from Manas Lake is 6%. Depreciation on all equipment is around 1%. The maintenance costs of running the plants, including consumables which are used for purifying the water, account for 11%. And electricity is the major component, which is 53% of the total cost that goes into your water charges. Here is a snapshot of the spreadsheet that was circulated by MDPL. According to this worksheet, the total water cost is around 24.76 lakhs, and that works out to rupees 39 and 30 paisa per kiloliter. This is calculated on the basis of a formula which is shown in this window here. And what exactly does C4 constitute? We shall see in the next few slides. In the formula shown in the previous worksheet, C4 actually stands for the cost of all these items. It does not include any cost for water. Let us now take a look at the assumptions on which these calculations are based. The calculations are based on 30 days in a month, supplying 21 lakh liters of water every month, and the cost works out to 39 rupees and 30 paisa per 1000 liters. For comparing water rates, we must have a benchmark. A good benchmark would be the rate at which PMC or the Pune Municipal Corporation supplies water to water tanker supplier agents. PMC supply rate is 497 rupees for 10,000 liters, or it works out to 49.70 per kiloliter. Private tanker suppliers lift this water from PMC and they sell it for a much higher rate, and the rate going is usually determined by the season, by the scarcity and other factors, but it can be anywhere close to 800 rupees for every 10,000 liters. Let us now take a look at the expenses that are shown to add up as C4 in the spreadsheet. These are costs of manpower, diesel, AMC for the equipment, housekeeping and property maintenance, goodwill charges paid to officials for smooth running, patrolling, repairs, approach road maintenance, and the consumables that are used for water treatment. Let us now take a look at the basis of electrical charges shown in the calculation. The rate shown is rupees 11 and 50 paisa per kilowatt hour. Most of these pumps are shown to run for almost 12 hours a day. Some of these pumps are running for 8.5 hours a day. And the calculation is for a 30-day month period. Since electricity charges constitute 53% of the water supply charges, let us examine that in a little more detail. The electrical charges are shown in the spreadsheet for various pumps. The jack well pump, which means the pump at the riverhead, is running for 12 hours a day, 30 days a month. The electrical charge is 11 rupees 50 paisa per unit, and it is a 89 kilowatt pump. Intermediate tank, the calculation is shown thus. Manas Lake lift pumps. The water treatment plant, there are two of them, and the cost of running these pumps amounts to this much. Let us now take a look at the rates of water supplied by the Maharashtra Water Resources Regulatory Authority. This is the organization or the government setup which supplies water to the township at the river. I am quoting order number 1 of 2018, which is dated 11th January 2018. This document can also be downloaded from the link which is provided in the description section below the video. What is of interest to us is that the order states that townships which have been developed by private or non-governmental organizations will be charged at 5 times the applicable rates for the municipal corporations. Now here are the different rates which apply to Gram Panchayats, urban local bodies, municipalities and other such organizations. If we take a look at table number 1, which is shown here, the regulated water supply with conveyance loss for municipal corporations taken from a river downstream of a dam or a canal is 50 paisa per cubic meter or for every 1000 liters. In other words, when the same water is supplied to a private township, they will be charging 2 rupees and 50 paisa. Mind you, this does not reflect anywhere in the spreadsheet. The spreadsheet is only about the costs incurred in pumping and getting the water to your tap. It does not take into account the cost of water supplied by the government organization. Let us now look at the electricity rates. Here is the Mahavitaran or the Maharashtra State Electrical Distribution Corporation, and this is the order for the period financial year 2016-17 to 2019 and 20. This document can also be downloaded from the link which is provided in the description section below the video. It refers to a billing category called LT3, which is for public waterworks and sewage treatment plants. So we would assume that these rates would apply to us since we are talking about public water distribution. And let us see whether or not we are able to get benefit of this particular categorization called LT3. Here is a zoomed in view of what we saw in the previous slide, and what it says is that this tariff category is applicable for electricity or power supply at low or medium voltage for pumping water, purification of water and allied activities relating to public water supply schemes and sewage treatment plants, provided they are owned and operated or managed by local self-government bodies such as Gram Panchayats, Panchayat Samitis, Zilla Parishads, municipal councils and corporations, or by Maharashtra Jeevan Pradhikaran, and it also includes cantonment boards and housing societies or complexes. However, these complexes are defined in MOFA as well as RERA, but they do not apply to integrated township projects of private companies. You can refer to Section 9 of Maharashtra RERA Act. This township therefore comes under what is shown in this sentence as billing category LT2 or LT5 category. Now LT5 is a industrial categorization. LT5A is for power looms and LT5B is for industry in general. So obviously we do not fall in this category, and what should apply to us is LT2. Under the LT2 category, the township will come in category C as the load is more than 50 kilowatt. And if you look at the rates that apply are a wheeling charge of rupees 1 and 21 paisa for every kilowatt hour and an energy charge of 12 rupees and 55 paisa for every kilowatt hour. If I add these two numbers together, it comes to 13 rupees and 71 paisa. There are some qualifications to that, and you can see that if the pumping is done between 10 o'clock at night and 6 o'clock in the morning, then you get a discount of 1 rupee 50 paisa. If we apply that concession, the rate works out to 12 rupees and 21 paisa. So now let me summarize the story so far. Now let us take a look at what looks good in the spreadsheet that has been circulated by MDPL. The electricity rate looks pretty good. Of course, once the urban local body is formed after the township is complete, the rates will almost drop by 50%. Next, we take a look at the water rates. You must understand that water rate of rupees 2 and 50 paisa for every kiloliter has not been included. If we add that to the spreadsheet value, the rate will come to 41 rupees and 50 paisa. Now, any scientific theory can be disputed, and so also can every account that is presented, correct? So what can be disputed in this calculation? One thing, of course, is the quantity of water. Is it 21 lakhs or is it more or is it less? We do not have any way of knowing other than a documentation which needs to be obtained either from the builder or through an RTI. The other thing is the pump running times. Once again, we need the actual electricity consumption bill from MSEDCL. Will the builder share this particular document? We cannot say, for the simple reason that the ITP regulations do not spell out any clause for transparency in calculating the costs of township maintenance and water supply. If we wish to dispute the figures that are given in the spreadsheet, we will have to start with collecting more data, either through RTI or through a correspondence with the builder. Then we shall have to engage a water supply consultant to audit the calculation that has been presented to us. It is only after these two steps one can think of approaching a consumer court or making a report of overcharging to the Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission. As I understand, one can make a complaint to the Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission online. You do not have to go physically, but you do require all the documents to support your case. Mind you, PSCL is not obliged to give you the data, but they may share electricity bills, for example, but we really don't know. So friends, that brings me to the end of this video, and I shall just summarize the salient points. First of all, in the spreadsheet, the Water Resources Regulatory Authority water charges are not included. The second point is that we fall under category LT2 for electricity billing and not LT3. Finally, we also saw the dispute resolution options available to us and the preparation that is required to do the same. So friends, thank you very much for your attention, and we shall meet once again in another video.